Morning, everyone. I got a customer coming. We're gonna get some hay out of the old barn here, down below probably. As a gentleman that's an older guy, he's got some health issues and not much of a budget for hay, but you know, just loves his horses to death. So I've taken care of him over the years and give him a real good price on hay and give him some decent hay. It's not the best of stuff, but it's good hay. I'm not gonna let his horses eat anything bad. But he's always been good to me, and I try and be good to him and help him in any way I can. He loads it up in the back of his Dodge pickup, about 50 bales, and he goes and unloads it himself, and sometimes the guy can barely walk. So yeah, it's just a beautiful morning out here. I got some hay to round bale today. Yesterday we baled at Brian Reagan's 490 bales, I think. It's pretty good for second cutting. Some of it had a lot of foxtail in it, so we'll separate that. We have done second cutting out here. There it is out there. It's done. Looks beautiful. It's coming back. Like I said, we always try and clean it up nice, do a nice job when we make hay somewhere. You can see some stuff laying over there. We did have parts of this get rained on. Not all of it got up. That'll be there next spring. We'll deal with that. Still cannot use my ramps that I made to get up in there with the tractor, but that's okay. We dealt with it. My elevator's in here. We had to use it to get hay towards the back of the barn back here. All worked out good. Beautiful morning out here. Waiting for Ray to show up to put hay in the back of his pickup, and we have to do a little bit of work on our rake. Dad's gonna go rake for me. I'm gonna get the round baler ready. Start doing some stuff today. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Hi everybody. Yeah, we're still making hay. Was this September 26th? 25th? Hell, I don't know. Yeah, we're still making hay. Cutting some down. We've had a little bit of a wet spell, so I haven't cut much. This next week looks good. Of course, we're losing daylight this time of year, and so we don't have as much drying time during the day, and just a little harder to get things dried down, but we'll get her done. So looked at it because we do the one across the road over there, and it's ready for second cutting also. But I looked at this earlier when I was trying to find some dry places to cut hay, and I looked at this and thought, you know, we'll make something out of this. We'll make him happy. He wants to get it cut down, and I was going back and forth here. I'm gonna go around the field here now because those trees. Anywho, that's what's going on. We're cutting this down. Like I said, it's first cutting. I think it's gonna be round baled. Pretty sure. I mean, it looks decent, but there is some stuff in there that you know, horses probably wouldn't like. And I keep getting more cattle. I'm gonna have to have more hay to feed them. So let's maneuver around this tree here. So that's that. Oh, I see my mirror got folded in. That's nice. I'll have to fix that here in a second. So get back at it. This week we've went to the farm science review. Terrible weather for it. They did not have field demonstrations. I think they got about 3 inches of rain up there. And so we did go on Thursday. We took my buddy's golf cart. Dad and I went, windy and cold, wore a hooded sweatshirt, and nearly froze our rear ends off. So crazy weather for that. But this week I think I've seen 70s, 50s at night. So we'll get that done. I wanted to go the other direction and go east and cut some hay, but a buddy of mine sent me a picture of some water laying in a field right next to a hay field I need to cut, and found out they got around 3 inches or so of rain. We're at the farm, we got 2. Here it's not bad. They may have gotten even less than 2, and that was in the rain this past week. I'm hardly even leaving a mark in the field here. So I'm sitting here in my truck just to, well, I'm waiting on Dad to come get me. I got this raked. We got the place across the road over there. I couldn't go rake. Hopefully I can get all this baled today, but afraid to get too far ahead on my raking, as you can hear the wind. Let me get back out of the wind again. As you can hear the wind, I just checked on my phone there. 22 to 25 mile per hour sustained breeze. So that's what we got. It's what we're dealing with. And Dad's coming to get me. I'm gonna go back home. Round baler's hooked up. I just gotta put some more twine in it and some oil in the self lubricator. Fire it up, make sure everything spins okay. A bearing didn't decide to go out while it sits there. Always check those things. Morning. Well, got the round bales all made. Here and over there. We got a little bit of rain overnight. Around 1 a.m. or something like that. Heard thunder and lightning. Actually, the wife did when she got to use the restroom, whatever. And she nudged me. She said, "Hey, it's thunder and lightning outside." I said, "What? Here? What?" Well, for a second, maybe I was just having a bad dream, but no. Got a little bit of moisture, and was not expecting that. I checked the weather before I went to bed, which is probably around 11:15 last night. Nothing. So I don't know where those chances of rain come from or whatever, but at the time that the thunder and lightning was happening, I got on my phone and looked on the radar, and we had one big red spot on the radar coming right at us. Well, the little bit of rain we had overnight is screwing us again. I had to end up tethering that and then went right back and raked it. So I had Dad go and check on the alfalfa stuff that I cut yesterday morning at Haley's, and to see if it would need tedded tonight. I was hoping it could just wait till in the morning. He said it's soaking wet underneath and dry on top, which means it will start to ferment or spoil. It's been on the ground now for about 32 hours, and that's not good. It will start to spoil. That little bit of rain last night did not help anything at all. So I was raking with the Mahindra. As you can see, got some of it raked. It's gonna make a lot of daggone round bales. But I got some of it raked, and when Dad called and said we got to tether this evening, well, unhook the rake, hook back up to the tether, put it on the trailer, head east. So we're back over here this morning. I did get 28 bales made. Probably got about another 15 to 20 to make out there in that center. I'm gonna get some more picked up here. Dad just left. That's a 26-foot wagon. I got 12 bales on there. They are strapped down good. His truck's gonna grunt a little bit going up that hill a little bit. May even spin, but he's got four-wheel drive. That's a load on a half-ton. Uncrustables. Yeah, I can say that right. Mini muffins. That's what's for lunch. And a Mountain Dew. So plan is getting a bite to eat here. Gonna take the Mahindra, and which is up there, still hooked to the rake. Not gonna worry about picking these round bales up. I do need to get 2 more on that wagon to make it a load. We've been putting 9 of them on the 20-footers and strapping them down and going. I do need to get 2 more on there, but that's gonna wait till later. So unless I absolutely need that wagon, and I think we're good for today. Tomorrow head back over towards Bowersville at Haley's and at Willie's, and then it's looking like rain for the weekend, so I'm kind of hesitant on cutting anything else down. Last I seen was 50%. You know, through the summer I'd go for that. Right now I'm not as desperate, but we'll see. The mower and tether is over at Willie's. I left it over there because I need to cut hay in that area, so we'll see. How's everyone doing? Been a while since I turned this camera on. It is October 8th. It's a Friday, and we're cutting hay again. Yep, as you can see, it might be the middle of October by the time we get all this up, but I'm gonna leave here. I'm gonna go to Robin Mosier's. I'm gonna cut her 3rd cutting alfalfa. As far as I know, her barn is done enough to put hay in it. So we're gonna be doing that, and I'll get you caught up on what I've been doing. We haven't been making hay, but done some deliveries. You know, we finished up what we had you know, to bail up. We did some round bales in Xenia. I think I did like 49 of them in Xenia. We did some square bales over on Old 35, third cutting. And at Mike Collins, another place we rent. So that's okay. You know, it's not bad. Not bad at all. He said it was about 8 inches tall when I talked to him before I come over here to cut it, and that's pretty good. A pretty good guess. Okay, I'm at Robbins cutting this alfalfa. This will be third cutting. If you can see about how tall it is there, some good looking stuff. Pretty happy with this. Cuttings before were ate up a little bit by leaf hoppers. I can see that they've eaten on it a little bit. I can see some out there flying around. Not as bad. Maybe they were on it and I'm gonna get them, but I kind of doubt it. It's cooled down. Sun's starting to go down. I doubt that they're on it. Sorry for the dirty windows. Look at that, miniature Herefords. She sells them here. Another washout ditch right here that I usually raise up out of. So we're gonna get done here just about dark. UC Bearcats football play tonight on a Friday night, a little bit different. So I'm gonna turn them on the radio. Listen to them beat the Temple Owls. Head home. I think she's got pizza for me. And we've had a little development in our lives as far as a medical issue that we're just gonna have to deal with. We don't know everything right now. Maybe by the time this video comes out, she will have some more testing done and we will know more, but we're staying optimistic right now. And I'm talking about my wife, Tracy. So we're staying optimistic right now. Got our fingers crossed and we're saying our prayers, and I'd like to think that I've been good with God, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, optimistic and scared at the same time, if that's a thing. But gonna make some hay these next few days, take care of her, and eat some pizza and have some beer when I get home. How we doing, everybody? It's Saturday. Last time I talked to you was, well, that was Friday. So we got a logistics nightmare. Just puts a little bit of extra pressure on me to get things moved around. We have hay that needs to be cut, we have hay that needs to be delivered, and we have hay that needs to be tethered. So the gooseneck behind me here, it hauls the hay, and currently where our hay fields are at, where we have hay down at that needs tethered, it's in my opinion, too long of a drive on the Mahindra, so we haul it. So if I'm hauling it, I can't be hauling hay, so I took it over to Bowersville for Dad, got the tedder hooked up, and he's gonna go tedder. He's got 2 places for sure right there. And then he might move on over to Hefner Road to that third cutting alfalfa I cut last night. So anyway, I'm headed back to the farm. I'm gonna jump in the hay mower. I'm gonna mow a couple little spots, check out one alfalfa field, get into it and see if it's worthy of a 4th cutting, which I think it might be. That will be the 2nd field that we've done a 4th cutting on alfalfa, the one behind my house and this one over here, if it's tall enough. I've only seen it from the road. So you take a chance on alfalfa. If it doesn't get a good regrowth by the time we have our first frost, then you're in trouble. And I'd say we're a couple weeks away from having our first frost. So if we're gonna cut it, it needs to be now. So I wanted to show you a little bit of why we have a little bit of a logistics nightmare. Because we have 2 pieces of equipment down that are a pretty good part of our hay operation. That's one. Fuel pump, Dad's truck. Also, we had to put a oil sending unit that controls the oil pressure gauge. It was reading 0, it was bad, which we thought was making the fuel pump work as like a fail-safe thing to shut off your engine if you have no oil pressure to keep you from losing your motor. We don't think that was the case, but we do think the old fuel pump went out. This is a 2nd new one we've put in, because the first one he put in, it ran for a day. He came back, parked it, and didn't want to restart that morning. Don't know, But of course, that day he had put 28 gallons of gas in it. And I think it was holding about 32 gallons of gas when we had to take that tank out of there. A lot of guys take the bed off of the truck. Talked to a buddy of mine that worked at a dealership. He said, take the bed off. Dad likes to do it this way. Okay, but it's out of there. It needs to go back in. The wiring you see laid here is because we may have to hot wire that and put it on a hot wire for the switch because it does not want to work through the normal wiring. Don't know. Don't know. Dad's about had it with this truck. I love this truck. It's going to get some work done to it, and it's going to be back on the road. Then we have our Farmall. Told you a while back the clutch had went out of it. We are slowly getting this thing split apart. We thought we were getting it. Clutch is in here. So you got to, this is what they call splitting the tractor. You split it apart, you support the front and the back, and you get in there to the clutch. Pretty easy to do. Get it back together. But we found out our steering shaft and the throttle rod, I guess that's what you want to call it, controls the throttle, is hitting in here, and we can't get those pulled out. We're going to notch this out, cut this piece of metal out of here, and those won't be hitting. And then we'll get it split apart the rest of the way. So a lot going on in this shop, but this Farmall would be doing our raking and tethering. That's what we bought it for, and that's what we've used it for. It's done a great job for us. But the clutch went out. Just one of those things. We adjusted it all we could, thought we could get by, but it's out. Which means the Mahindra has to do a lot more, which I'd rather keep it here for loading. But now it's got to do the tethering and everything just like it used to. So I just got this alfalfa field cut. As you can see what I was talking about, it only gets sunlight in about half the day. Well, most of the field's gonna be in the shade here soon. This side is anyway. So definitely worth doing. It's gonna take a little while for it to dry out, but I'm guessing 250 down here. Be able to get it on 2 20-foot wagons, I believe. So definitely worth doing. Probably closer to 200. It's gonna make some pretty nice stuff here. Really is.